Hey guys, this is your reminder that miracles happen in action, not in your inaction, and that things show up for you in your expansion, not when you contract. The natural thing for most people to do when any sort of lack or fear set in is to want to contract, is to go in, is to not spend, is to hold on. But the miracles and the blessings and the things showing up for you happens in your action, in your movement, not necessarily without fear, but despite fear. And it shows up in your expansion. So I want you to notice, even in my movements there, one is we're contracting and nothing's able to get in, nothing's able to get in our aura, in our energy, in our frequency, in our space. But when we open up and expand, even in my hand movements, you can see where I'm open to receive. I have been hearing many people like, I want to join the alliance. I really want to just go ahead and jump in, um, clock out the 1 year, but they're fearful. They're scared because we're in an energetic time that the energy around makes you want to do this. And if you haven't been doing enough personal development, self work, really doing that work on yourself, you don't catch that that's what's happening, is that the energy makes you want to do this. But when the energy makes you want to do this, this is where your consciousness have to override. And for you to say, even though on a belief level and a subconscious level, I'm fearful, I want to contract, I want to hold on. Number one, I know the laws of the universe. And number two, I know the laws of source and of God. And opening up and expansion is the way to receive. You can't get anything with a full container. You have to expand your container. You have to create something larger to hold those things that you desire. Most of the people who watch me, connected to me, are entrepreneurs. They are people, even if you work a corporate job, you have either entrepreneurial dreams or you have some sort of side hustle. I really hate that word, but for the sake of this video, side hustle, the only way to get that large consistency is for you to be really willing to expand and open up to what's possible for you. It's why when I tell that story of 100K investment, it really had nothing to do. The truth is, if I had to find one specific thing that I learned that would have made me go to a millionaire in a year, it was nothing. The only thing happened is that I decided to expand. And in that expansion, I overrode my subconscious fear. I overrode my innate nature to contract. I overrode what everything in my body and my mind was calling me to do. And I paid attention to what my soul wanted. I paid attention to what my heart wanted. And what my heart wanted was to reach more people, connect with more people, and not be in a state of struggle. And so even though everything, my nature, my animal nature, because we all have it, called me to be scared and contract, and oh my goodness, in that moment, I chose to expand. And even when my fear kicked in, literally the next morning, when I woke up like, oh my goodness, what have I contractually agreed to? I allowed myself to think it. I allowed myself to feel it. And I allowed my desires to override that nature that naturally started to signal to my subconscious, we are in danger, 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 danger. I knew that was based upon what my subconscious knew up to that point, but my subconscious knew nothing about millions. It knew nothing about it. So I had to consciously override that until my subconscious caught up. And so I decided to expand, and source truly expanded my territory, enlarged my territory, gave me more. And I have consistently chose expansion in my life ever since. So what are you choosing? What are you choosing? What are you choosing every day to say yes to invest in, regardless how fearful you are, regardless of what it looks like, knowing that miracles happen in action. Faith is in your action. That's why the miracles happen in your action, because faith happens in action, not in your inaction, not in your rolling over and waiting for something to happen. It happens in your movement. That's why I hate traditional teachings when it comes to co-creating and manifestation, because the rollover and we're just waiting for something to happen. But miracles happen in faith, and faith happens in action. Therefore, your miracles show up in your action and not in your inaction. I woke up this morning and left a message inside of the Alliance. We have an app. And so we have a app that's actually on your device, as well as you can get on in line. And in one of the communities, I left a voice message this morning with reminders that feed the spirit. Because again, things happen in action. To get up, that money's renewable. To get up, because money is renewable. It is limitless. And it's me reminding them. And part of that is because if you don't have something that can help override that fear that shows up, you'll find yourself constricting in your life. So this is your reminder to expand, to say yes to the investments that you're scared to say yes to. And this is your invitation, because the Alliance SQL is open right now. And if you are at a space where you deeply want to heal your relationship with money, where you want to trust that money is going to always be there for you, this is a really great opportunity. A lot of people like to come to a workshop or maybe even just a 6-week course, which is great. It's a great jump start. But again, it's action consistently over time of the reprogram every day, getting the content in, actively reprogramming. And that's what we do inside of the Alliance. The tools, the techniques, everything's available for you inside of the Alliance, so you can reprogram every single day. You work on your subconscious belief system and your relationship with money. I'm going to link it somewhere, probably in the comment section, or in the description. But I just want to remind you that constricting will never bring you the abundance that I know that Source desires for you and me as well. Lack, it's not of God, because the word says that God desires abundance for me. And so holding on to that, I know that the only thing that has shifted me is my experiences in the world that first started with my subconscious being programmed as a child. And thus the work is, as an adult, choosing to daily do the work to do that reprogram. All right, guys, I'm going to go. If you have any thoughts, share anything that came up for you, anything on the conversation of expansion or constricting, I'd love to hear it. And I'll see you guys soon. Toodles.